Hi, I'm Ambry, and this is Ambry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new watcher, viewer, subscriber, welcome. If you're returning watcher, viewer, subscriber, welcome back. So I do have another video for you guys today. Today's video is what's on my iPad. I attempted to, sorry y'all, my light flickering. I attempted to do this what I did it, but I was trying to do something different. It didn't work out. It kept like it kept like doing something in the middle of it. Like it was stopping. I was still talking, but it would stop. It wouldn't. The video wouldn't continue. It would get stuck in one spot. So I just decided to scrap it because I feel like maybe it was too much in the video. I don't know, but I'm just gonna do it the regular way. So I'm doing what's on my iPad. So if you want to see, if you would like to see what's on my iPad, just stick around and let's get into it. Alright, so today is January 20th, 2021. So I do have the iPad, the iPad, it's the 8th generation. So, if you watch my what I got for Christmas video, then you already know a little bit about why I got the iPad. So I'm just getting to a little bit about me making the decision on this particular iPad I got. So so I was actually intended on getting a laptop, and that was the plan from like the very beginning. That was the plan, to get a laptop for Christmas. And so when I started looking at laptops, I started doing research early so I could get an idea about the type of laptop I want. Now my dream laptop is an Apple MacBook. That's my dream laptop. But my dream is gonna have to wait a little while because those MacBooks are expensive. I mean, those laptops are pretty expensive. So that's not nothing I could afford right this moment. So then I started looking at other laptops, and I already knew just about what I need the laptop to do. I need the whole photos, videos, all of that. Plus, I needed to be able to edit on it, so that means that I would have to get like a computer with a certain software on it, and with more storage, and with a lot of storage space. And I wanted to also edit on there, so that meant that the computer would have to be able to do all of that too. So we knew that the laptop was gonna be a little bit of money. We were just prepared to spend the money. Well, my mama was like, well, let's just look into it and see what we can find. If we can find one reasonable enough, I'll get you one. If not, you can still get a laptop. It just won't be one that you want. I said, okay. So I started looking. So one day I went up to a local store in my town, and well, it's not local, it's everywhere, but I went to a nearby Staples, and I just went up to look, just to see. And I went into the section where the laptops are, and I was talking to a store associate, and she was basically telling me things I already knew. And she started so then I asked her, I said, well, what would the price range on the computer of that sort be? What would the price range be? She said that type of computer that you would need would go anywhere from $7 to $8 to $9 to $1,000. That wasn't quite what we was willing to spend. I mean, I think my mama was willing to get like a little close to it, but not that much on a laptop. So after I talked to her later, I said, well, thank you, that's all I really need to know today. She said, all right, let us know if you need anything else. So she walked us off. And so I immediately called my mom. I said, Mom, she gave me the price when I tell her what the price range is. And she said, that's when she tells me, she said, okay, well, I can get you a laptop, but it won't be that kind of laptop. It won't be one that you can do all that stuff on. She said I kind of knew that was gonna be money anyway, but she said I can't necessarily do that right now, but I can get your laptop. I said that's okay because it was pointless for me to get a laptop that wasn't going to do things that I needed to do. It was unnecessary. And I just feel like that was just going to be money wasted because it was going to be basically useless to me. She said, okay, fine. But she said, we'll be thinking of some more things that you want. So in the aisle that I was in, right behind me is like it's like a little shelf station. It's like the counter for the tablets. I mean not tab I mean like but for like the laptops, and then like right behind me is like a setup for like cases and stuff like that for the laptops, um chargers, uh tablets and stuff like that right behind me. And so when I turn around and I look, I glance at an iPad. I see an iPad mini right there in front of me. And so I said, I said, an iPad could be good. So then I leave and I start I just think about iPad. I don't say anything. I just say, interesting iPad. That might be nice. So then a day to go by, my mom like, what have you thought anything else? Because at that point, like she was ready to go ahead and get her main gifts out the way. Like she was ready to get them out the way. And so she was like, have you thought of something you wanted yet? And I said, I got an idea about something, but I want to do some research on it first before I go. And she said, what is it? I said, iPad. She said, iPad? I said, yes. She said, well, have you found one you like? I seen one when I was at Staples, but I kind of want something a little bit bigger. I mean, it was cute, but I want something a little bit bigger. She said, okay, well, just look and see what you can find and tell me and let me know what you're going to do. I said, all right. So, I had to work that day, so I couldn't exactly, do it that day. So that day when I got off work, I, actually went home and I started doing research on iPads. And so, like I said, I wanted a new one or semi new one. I didn't want like an old one or a late generation because I needed it to do certain things, and I needed something that wasn't a PC but had the power of a PC, and I needed to do all the things that a PC could do. And so after doing some research, I had narrowed it down. I actually did like the iPad Mini. I really liked it. Maybe one day when I do eventually get me an iPad or a MacBook or MacBook or any type of computer like that, an Apple computer, I might downsize to a iPad Mini because my iPad serves other purposes besides editing and filming. Like it serves multiple purposes besides that. I do a lot of things on here, so I even don't started. I told myself I wasn't gonna do that, but I've started watching like Netflix and stuff on here. I told myself I wasn't gonna do that, but I've started doing it. so I started doing my research, and I kept seeing this one iPad, the iPad, and it was the newest one. It was the 2020 version, and it was the 8th generation. And so the main video, he said this iPad is basically like it runs like a PC. He said it's probably the best one. He said especially like if you're gonna do schoolwork and stuff like that. Now he also suggested that like if you was gonna do videos on YouTube and stuff like that, if you it's good for that too. But he said I would suggest you get a higher gigabyte one, so that you could edit and store videos and stuff like you need to. I wasn't really concerned with like saving the videos because how I set it up is like it'll never affect my iPad. You know, it'll never affect space on my iPad. I think the thing that might affect the most space is like my photos and stuff like that. And I've kept all that down to a minimum. Like I got it worked out to benefit me so that I will be able to use like I need to for what I needed to do. So like delete it off my tablet to save space. And like I said, I make my thumbnails on here. So then I just go. So then at that point, I wait however long I'm gonna wait to upload it. Cause sometimes I film descriptions on my iPad too, which I used to do on this phone or this phone. I write it out in notes and I set up how I want it to look and everything. But I'm gonna show you all that when we get into this iPad. So if you wanna see what's in my iPad, what it looks like, how I got it set up, then stick around and we can get into it. Okay, so I have like I told you, I have the iPad and it's the 8th generation. I also have the Apple Pencil, which I do use a good bit, more than I probably should, but I use it a good bit. So look, I just pull this out. I'm actually going to get a new case for my iPad because I want a lavender case. I don't know why lavender is just the color I like, but so this is it. It's 32 gigabytes and it's just the iPad 8th generation and it is silver. I actually asked for the pink, the rose gold, but my mama forgot when she was ordering it, so I ended up with the silver. But she did give me a cute pink case, so I guess that counts. Oh, and it also comes with a keyboard, which is kind of glitching out right now, but I probably will get back into using it. I actually like typing on my iPad, on like the actual iPad, and I do the keyboard, but you know. So yeah, this is it. This is my iPad. Okay, so I do have a screen protector on there, just so you know. So if you see bubbles, that's what that is. All right, so the first thing you see on my iPad is just me, and it says "Be the Light" Ambry's Corner, and I made that with Pinterest and I'm sorry, with Pinterest and Pixar. Pixar is like a saving grace for me when it comes to like making my thumbnail. When it comes to like, I make like little flyers and stuff, and I post them on social media whenever I'm about to release a video, just to get it out there. And it's like become like a real lifesaver because all the things that it can do, it's just a big help. So that's just my screensaver. And so I do have passcodes on here. So the first thing you see when you open up my iPad, it's just a picture of me. Hold on. Anyway, if you look, it's just a picture of me. That's my birthday photo, and it just says believe in yourself, Embry's Corner, and that's just my first page or whatever. That's just like my first little page or whatever. And so then right here are my widgets. So I just have like, I have a theme and it's lavender. That's why I want a lavender case. And I also want like a lavender pencil case for my pencil. But that's just like my little widgets. And I do have them set up like I want them. So it's just like a lavender calendar. Like with the big widget is lavender, and then this is just like a pretty like little floral setting, and it just says Wednesday, January 20th, and then on the calendar it just say 8:49. The time is wrong on here. I don't know why. I haven't been able to fix it or figured out how to fix it yet, but it is wrong. It says 8:49. The actual time is 11:49. And it just say PM, and it says it's Wednesday 20th. And then at the bottom I just have the weather widget, and that's just like the percentage of battery. It also works for my Apple Pencil too, but because I'm not using it right now, it's not going to say anything. So this is like my first page right here. I only have like 2 pages of apps, and I have boxes on the next page, so I'll get to that in a moment. So the first app is FaceTime. I haven't used FaceTime on my iPad yet, but I want to, so I might try that one day. My calendar, I actually do use my iPad calendar like to schedule videos and stuff like that, but I actually bought like a big calendar on recently, just so I could schedule my videos, make goals and stuff like that, just like as like a motivation for like continuing doing what I'm doing, because I love doing this. So it's just like motivation to me. So I bought myself a big calendar, so I actually use that to plan out videos, to come up with video ideas, to plan out goals and stuff like that. And I also use my notes too, which I will get to in a second. So then I just have clock. I don't use clock on here. I actually use the alarm on my phone, but I can use it, but I don't. Um, I have photos, and the only thing I have in photos is, oh, here is a flyer I made recently for my YouTube, and I just posted on my Twitter, which I will link in the bio, so you can go follow me on there. And I post on Instagram, which won't be linked, and Facebook. So just to get in Snapchat. So that's just one I put up recently. It was inside of another video. And then that's just like, that you see that in my intro, outro, and just like that stuff. So then I have camera reminders. I actually don't use reminders on my iPad, but I did use it on my phone when I was in school as a way to help me study and stuff like that. And so then we have notes. And so I told you I use notes for everything. So I keep just about everything you think of in here. Those are goals for 2021. My password. I'm not gonna show you that. Those are that right there for like my passwords and stuff like that. My descriptions for videos. And this is description for the what's on my iPad video, so you'll see that soon. This is just like a new little series, a new little video I'm coming up with for YouTube. I planned out my videos for like the next 6 months actually. For the next 7 months. I'm not through with July, but I'm working on it. But I actually planned out my videos for like the next 6 months actually. So yeah. So I'm working on that. I'm already on February, so and we ain't even got to February yet. So you'll get to see, and I'll start working on March. I start working on March videos in February, and I'll start working on April videos in March, and I'll work on May videos in April, and I'll work on June videos in May, and I'll work on July videos in June. So yeah. That's how I do things. If you didn't know, I film I feel like a video every week, like clockwork. Oh, and if you don't know, I did release a video today. Just let me know. Anyway, then I have Ambry's Corner, and that's just my the name of my YouTube. I started this when I first started my YouTube, making it and everything, and thinking about what I want to do. And so I made this list of videos, ideas that I want to do eventually. I've done a good bit of them, but not many. But my goal was to get 100 ideas. I only got to 75, so maybe I'll get to 100 soon. I try to take time out today or when I'm at work and think of video ideas to add to it. But I've had a good luck on maybe like a few, but not many. So next thing I have is like hashtags. That's just for Twitter. So I can get, like my Twitter out there, so I can get my YouTube out there. And I have like story time ideas, like my story times and stuff like that. I write down everything, story times, all that. So these are just story times I'm going to tell or have already told. Something for a haul, ideas for a haul. I might be interested. I might want to start like a phone case line, or like a little jewelry line, or like a t-shirt line, maybe a perfume line. So I'm actually finding out that I actually like being in charge of something. I like having like a little senior. I like having like authority over something. I like this planning and all that. So I like that. I actually might end up going to school. Maybe I might end up going back to school later for business, depending on how everything works out. But I might. But I'm actually starting to figure out things like that about myself. I like to be the boss and stuff like that. So, and I like this type of thing. I don't know why. I do. Then I wrote down one day like things that I want to happen for my channel, because I was unclear about where I wanted to go, and I probably shouldn't be planning this because I don't know where life might take me, but I just like to have a roadmap set out about like what I expect for myself from this channel. Not just what y'all expect from me, but what I expect from me when I'm doing this. So what's my goal, what's my plan, what's the purpose of this? Just like a reminder that this didn't come out nowhere. There was a reason for me to do this. So yeah. That's just like another video I done working on. Um that's the Let's Talk I'm working on for y'all that y'all get probably um in July or sooner. Then I have a to-do list I need to do, like things I want to do. I'm actually into journaling. That's actually why I got the Apple Pencil, because I found out that you could like journal with this. I actually want to start like a journaling video, but I haven't done it yet. I probably will one day, but not now. Another video I'm working on actually, and you'll get that soon. My dream car, but that's just the car I love. I love that car. So I look up like, you know, price ranges. I look the blue book value and stuff like that. Just things that I need to know before I go into a car dealership. And you know, like future cars I'm interested in. So I have a Nissan Sorento 2015, and the blue book price range for that is 13,000. And then the actual Kia, so I was interested at the time, is only 14,000. So yeah, and that's blue book value, and it's a 2015 also. So that was my note. So you got an extensive look into that, and that's too long. Let me hurry this up a little bit because that's 30 minutes right there. I just spit. Anyway, then I have contacts, find my iPhone, Apple Store, and settings. On next page, we have iTunes Store, we have Apple Store, we have clips, and Fashion Nova. I love Fashion Nova. I'm always on here looking at stuff. I love Fashion Nova. I actually don't know what clips are, but I do want to see what it is. So I'm gonna keep it just in case I find something. Like, I actually want a sweatshirt from off here, so I think I might do that next, but not today. I'm not just have entertainment. I just have Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime. On Amazon Prime right now, I'm actually watching Mad About You, Monk, Mad About You, the like the latest version, and Different World. I watched Judge Faith while I was watching her, and that's it for right now. On Netflix, I just finished up Jane the Virgin. I've seen it like 100 times, but I love it so much that I keep watching it. Bridgerton's. I actually got a video up on all like the Netflix series that I think everybody should watch. So you know, keep an eye out for that. That's coming very, 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 very soon. Get ready, because that's gonna be interesting. So then the next thing I got is Indeed, and that's a job finding app, and that's actually what I'm using to find me another job right now. So yeah. YouTube folder. So I just have Funto, Pixar, Video Leap, and Video Leap, Funto, and Pixar is actually how I made my intro, if you want to know, and YouTube, of course, and iMovie, Erase. I really don't use that. I actually use Pixar to do that. YouTube Studios, and Google. And Google is just like my. Actually have two Googles. So I got one for my YouTube, and I got one that I had for school. So yeah. So yeah, I love Google. It's very dependable. Alright, so then we have Chrome. I actually use Chrome to upload my banner to my YouTube channel. Then we have social. So I have Facebook, Messenger, and I have Pinterest. I also have Twitter on here too, and I also have it on my phone, just so you know. And so then I have activity. So I did download the apps that every iPad user has. I have Good Notes, Procreate, Widgetsmith, Color Widgets, and Keynotes. Yeah, I do have those apps. And Twitter, of course, you already know about it. And so then at the bottom on my docs, I have messages, Safari, music, email, and files. And file, I have it because like I told you, my cousin made me a beat. He made me he made my intro song, so that was actually how I was able to save it onto my iPad. So yeah, so that's just it right there, and then my resume and my car insurance and stuff like that is right there beside it. And I don't have any music right now on um on my iPad. I don't think. Oh yes, I do. I do have music on here, so I got a little bit of music from my iPhone. I really don't use like a regular music app. I use something else. We'll talk about that another day. I'm about to hurry this up. And my email, just my regular email. Actually, all my emails. And then over here, to just apps I recently. So I was recently watching YouTube. I mean Netflix, and I checked my Google Mail, and all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. Yep. So that is it for my what's on my iPad. I hope you liked that. I hope that interests you. I know it's not that very interesting. Oh, I want to do like a quick like little review of the Apple Pencil. So, the Apple Pencil, is it worth it? Now, in my opinion, no, it's not. I say that because if like you just think, if you think it's something to get just because everybody else getting it, and you think you might use it and you don't use it, it's not help. It's gonna be pointless to get, to me, for real, for real. So like if you just want to get it because you think that it's gonna be something you want to use, or if you're not in school, anything like that, I wouldn't necessarily suggest you get the Apple Pencil. But if you want an iPad because you want a computer, and you may not be able to get the computer you want, but you know that you can afford an iPad, then I would suggest this iPad. I love this iPad. I had been held set on not getting a computer for a long time, and then I started YouTube, and I started finding reasons why I shouldn't get a computer or some type of other device besides my phone. And I love my iPad to death. Like, I love it to death. It goes everywhere with me. It's up to work because I don't want nobody to steal it. But is the iPad worth it? Yes. Is the Apple Pencil worth it? Is the Apple Pencil worth it? No. Just depending on what you plan to do with the iPad. If you're going back to school and you're going to take notes on it, I would suggest that you get it. But if not, even if you plan to take notes on your iPad, but you plan to type, or you just get a keyboard, don't get an Apple Pencil because this thing was expensive, more expensive than what it was worth, and I don't use enough for it to be useful for me to say that it's worth it. So yeah. But, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, what you want to hear, what you want to see. I will do my very, very best to make that happen for you.